Hey guys, welcome to session 51 and also Friday the 13th.
Woo!
So the gloves are off.
And
We are
Friday the
officially,
someday in
yeah, it's like
our
Friday the
materia.
8th of Windscar and Materia. I'll have to double check the calendar. But so heads up, I'm going to try now actively not to remind you guys of your features and abilities. It, you
Also,
know,
heads up, Corbin's gonna cheat and try and use cantrips when he's attacking things now because he's a cheater.
that's the next thing I was going to say.
Oh no.
Minor buff to your Valor Bard as Tasha's Hideous,
Tasha's
Sasha's
cauldron.
hottest cauldron to everything is coming out next week. There are some spoilers and some leaks and some erratas already being put out for reprinted material. One of the big things that they did is for the Blade Singer. We don't have one. Rock CJ played one in our our one shot, or was it a two shot? Two shot
Two shot.
for Tucker.
Yep.
Um, they have now made it official that a Blade Singer, who is a full progression caster that tries to be martial when they do the multi attack, so when they get the extra attack feature, they can substitute one of their attacks for casting a cantrip. So Danny and I talked about it. I kind of did the numbers in my head, and we went ahead and said, let's let the Valor Bard do that because the Valor Bard is essentially the Blade Singer wizard. So Corbin can now stab or shoot and then cast a cantrip. Uh,
Hell yeah.
minor buff, but should help a little bit with the flavor of a martial spellcaster. But that being said, on the recap, last time on session 50, the group had been in the vacant room essentially that is of the dark obsidian walls, the lower ceiling, the central singular door frame with intricate maze-like patterns on it, and there were the couple of the grooves and the slits that were carrying that dark goo-like substance. uh, the group had some time to investigate and explore and try to figure it out, and one thing that they picked up was the sound of shallow breathing where they worked together to investigate and fairly quickly realized that the lower ceiling was actually an illusion. And above them was a site of potential horrors where it was revealed that the room itself stretched far, was much larger, stretched vertically far more than what they could actually see until the illusion was either recognized and then you're able to perceive through it, or the illusion itself was shattered. And in this vacant space where the walls have crumbled, the glass has shattered, the ceiling is actually not there. 20, 30, sorry, not even that. Sorry, what am I saying? Like 120, 130 feet up in the air was that focal point of that blue, green, teal, eerie light. Uh, Interestingly enough, in this space, there are metal rods and bars affixed to, the remaining stone structures, and some of them have chains which have basically hang like upside down chandeliers of horror, where instead of there being candles, there are trolls affixed to them, crucified upside down, lobotomized with metal spikes, and their blood, their ichor, is being drawn down and carried down the chains to these channels and slits, which are then siphoned and run to the door frame. Some of you had investigated further up and had seen that the little pygmies actually have this whole space almost like as a warren and a den, and they are cultivating or doing something to these trolls, which are kept in a constant state of near death, and that almost dying, undying state is being used to fuel something, to cause energy and manipulate, and might be a factor yet to be determined. As the group did investigate, Davis went to, harass the little guys because the pygmies started to bombard you with debris and other type of matter. And climbing up with the statue that had the open book, his foot slipped and knocked the book out. And it just happened to be that at the same time, Rock was investigating the other statue with the extended hand. And that combination triggered the illusion itself to shatter completely. So then everyone was able to see this display of horror being, suspended up above you. And then the sensation of falling took over, where some of you were tumbling, some of you were being pulled down, and it went on for a sensation of minutes. Very difficult to speak, very difficult to hear everyone as air was rushing into your lungs and causing you to be muted. But eventually a beacon of light was seen, and it was growing faster and faster and faster and faster. And as the light enveloped you, all of you instinctively closed your eyes, expecting to impact. Some of you even tried to prepare and tumble and roll, but nothing happened. And you all opened your eyes, and you were in a vacant room, similar to before, only the entry point was now in a different location, and it was just a dark tunnel. Inside this room, there were so many candles that it was not even with it to count, but they were forever lit. They were determined as ever burning candles. In the center of the room, there was an armillary like object, a crystalline sphere that had numerous rings of different metals, of different thicknesses, and uh, substance in the center. And the group slowed down, took their time to investigate, took their time to understand, study. There was some exploration into the tunnel, which was frightening. There was an incredible discovery and revelation by Rock due to a natural 20 for, what was it, like a 30 Arcana check. And then the group kind of started to piece it together that this object is to be used to travel through this dark tunnel. However, when they interacted with the object for the first time, a slumbering guardian, a strange entity of annihilation that resembled a Bodok but acted much more fiercely and uh, was more powerful, assailed the group, where many of the group just fell upon gazing upon it. However, the group did manage to understand and coordinate and work together to defeat this guardian, where they did realize that upon defeating it, it was reforming. And then, with the understanding of daylight and holy water and all that, they were able to permanently banish this entity. And as Grant said, hopefully allowing it to finally find rest. The group did gather themselves, rest in the tiny hut that they had established in the candle room, affix the armillary to the pulley system, or yeah, essentially there was another central slit, and the armillary, which weighed hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of pounds, was light as a feather. And we left off with the group lighting the armillary, pushing it, and working together through the dark tunnel where the enveloping shadows that would consume your dark vision, and even Yarcy's devil sight, the darkness was expelled, and you could walk through, and you could see a bend, and the group has made the turn on the bend, pushing the armillary where it's lighting, and then there's a familiar room opening in before you. And we left off with the group entering the same room with the door frame. However, now the statue with the extended hand has been opened to reveal the door. The same vision of the ceiling being removed, and the suspended chandeliers of lobotomized trolls, and the warren of skittering and angry pygmies above. What would you guys like to do?
Before we start getting assaulted with this shit, we should probably take care of those trolls. That's the whole reason we're here. Get that engine stuff.
So I will say you guys have not necessarily crossed out of the doorway. It's like, you guys are probably, if we were to like look at the map, still in this archway. As you guys were moving slowly, and as the armillary does shed the light, but it's combating that darkness. It does not appear that the entities above you have noticed you yet. So you have a moment or two to kind of prepare.
Can we get a rough count of how many they are?
Marv, you kind of peek your head out. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
How many trolls? Is that what you're asking?
No, how many the pygmies?
Pygmies, right?
Perception.
I mean, I don't have any red flags. I just like,
Yeah, Kim, no red flags, damn it.
Those things are totally on the up and up.
Oh yeah.
coming after like our slims.
Nico, it's some of your vision is kind of being obstructed just by the sheer light that's emanating from that focal point about 150 feet above you, 120 feet or so. It's kind of hard to gauge, and there are those metal rails and chains, and there's a lot of obstruction up here. There easily you can make out 24 trolls. That is easy enough to make out. There might be even more. You know that in your previous, when the illusion broke, you saw at least that many pygmies. There's likely more just based off your understanding that this resembles a warren, a den, as it were. It's kind of spooky. All right, and Jones has decided to say hello.
Hello, cat.
All hail.
All hail chaos. He's like sniffing
All hail.
my dice. All hail the tail. So yeah, Nico, hard to tell how many. You just instinctively, you know that there's a lot. This is going to be like a swarm kind of situation.
Okay.
And yes, we did finish a long rest downstairs.
You did,
But
and
I should still be like exhausted by one.
you.
No, you're not.
No.
Because we respited as well.
Mm-hmm. The only person that's suffering from exhaustion is Calisaur. He's got 1 level.
Yeah, because he had 3.
Yeah.
I had.
You had 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I did the respite, is because even after the long rest, you guys still at least had at least 1 level each, and Calisaur would have been at 2, and half speed, even on a Moorbounder, is like still kind of yikes.
No.
And you can only be a Moorbounder for so long. So.
Mm-hmm. So I should ask, what are y'all doing? You still have the torches. Y'all are still, pushing the artillery, but you've kind of stopped. And as you see Marv kind of peek up, kind of trying to make out, and you see he's having difficulty. You see he's a little frustrated. He's like,
I mean,
What do you guys think would happen if we woke a troll up?
how?
I don't know. Poke it in the eye?
They're not. I mean, for all we know, they are
What if you
awake.
bring them down?
When you were flying up there earlier, did it look like the trolls were moving at all, or reacting at all to all the commotion?
Not that I can see.
Like, if we could find a way to release one of the trolls and then be like, hey, look what's happening to all your troll friends. We're here to help.
hey, Al, go ahead, because none of you are proficient in medicine except for you because of Jack of all trades. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Uh-oh.
Logaretto, as you're listening.
How
to
many
them.
luckies you got, bud?
All 3.
All right.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's good.
solid. As the menagerie is kind of discussing amongst themselves, and you're kind of just listening. You've seen the regenerative property of certain creatures. You've heard that trolls can regenerate. You even you were familiar with some of the tales of them being mercenaries and testing themselves. So it's possible that being able to remove their bindings and their spikes, they're not dead, right? They're in a state of undying, essentially.
I can communicate
I mean,
with think. I can do the language thing where I don't know. Do trolls speak? Does anyone know trolls well? Do I know trolls well?
I mean, you can give me for trolls, it would be a history check.
I can do that.
Also, like, this thing's been on the edge of death for God knows how long. Is it going to be in any position to do anything, to free anything? It's probably just going to collapse.
Well, it's a troll though. They heal, right?
I mean, over time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he was gonna get up immediately and grab a sword and start fighting, but eventually he might.
And while he's weak, that gives us a chance to talk to the first troll. And if we decide that they're crazy and they just want to murder everything, then we kill the one troll, kill the rest while they're there, and
Fair enough.
be done with it. Or right? I don't like the idea of fighting a big bad, super powerful, wants to come back from being thousands of years dead necromancer with just us.
I'm just thinking if there's a way of stopping the trolls from healing, we just stop them from healing and then they'll just all die, right?
But does that?
Yeah, but we don't
stop
know if the
everything in
trolls
this
are.
tower?
Sorry? What?
Like, does that stop everything in this tower? Like, I don't know if that's enough.
I mean, that's what we're here for, is stopping it.
Okay, so we kill these trolls and we leave, and then whoever's doing this brings back another 100 trolls and restarts it next week.
I don't think you can get 100
I don't know.
trolls in a week, man.
I mean, how long did it take him to get this? Who can take this many trolls?
That's true, I guess. But like, I am hoping what we do here is permanent.
Fair enough. I mean, we could dismantle some of the structures and stuff too, but I'm just worried about those little fuckers up there that are pelting us the whole time.
Oh wow, 29 history. Okay. Trolls speak a language that is rooted in giant for the most part. But they do speak a form of broken common, broken orcish. It's gonna always be rooted in giant, but they take words and stuff that they've learned and try to mesh it into a language when they try to communicate with outsiders. As rare as that is, because usually they'll just kill you. But if they want to communicate with you because maybe you have things for trade or they want to be hired for a job, you'll get this mashup of common with giant with maybe elements of orcish and some other similar languages like that.
Little Spanglish.
Yeah.
Okay, so worst case scenario, if we try to free one troll, we have to kill one weakened troll, and then the rest are still tied up, and we kill them and walk away and hope that's enough.
I would, just in case so you guys are visual. There's a lot of them and they're suspended pretty high up, and you are aware that there's pygmies. Okay, just making sure.
That's my concern.
The little tiny, freaking annoying.
They're
things.
like stewards of this engine or something.
But maybe trolls will help us kill those too, right? I don't know. There seems to be an unlimited supply of those little things.
So if we are able to get one down, let's say it's unresponsive for 30 seconds and the little shits are throwing stuff at us, do we just bail on the plan and start fighting back against them? Bail on the one troll, not the any trolls.
I think we have to assume that as soon as those little things see us, we have to fight them.
Ready to blow more of them up.
If we can reach, I don't know. I don't know what to do about those guys.
Yeah, I'm an up close and personal person. I'd have to get up there, which is what I was trying to do last time, and then that didn't work.
So should we try and be sneaky and get up to one of the trolls then, without the pygmies noticing? Is that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And we could always bring him back into the room we were just in. Seems like that room was pretty quiet, other than the thing that almost killed all of us.
I mean, as long as we've got this device here, I think we can stay in the tunnels a bit.
Alternatively, I can throw a couple fireballs up there. We can raise hell and just blow everything up.
I don't think you can throw enough
Or
to cover the whole
we
area.
can launch a couple of us up there and pull the spikes. How hard can it be to swat a pygmy guy? I mean,
I think
can I
just so
do
many
like
of
a
them.
perception check of the apparatus? Like, is it like a I'm imagining like a crucifix. I don't know.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So it's not uniform. Essentially, what it is there's where the walls will stretch about 40 to 60 feet in places, depending on where they got shattered and broken. There are a number of what appear to be those dark metal rods that very much represent or resemble those strange cages that the little moats, the lanterns were made out of, that were all the way up the stairs and around, like the obsidian metal. There's a bunch of them, and it's not like in a uniform pattern or anything. They're just kind of created and just slammed and tethered in two sides, and then there's chains affixed to them, and they're different varies of heights. Like, the closest one might be 30 feet away from you. There might be one 60 feet away from you, and then the chain that's connected to the chandelier-like apparatus that is essentially like multiple crucifixes that have the trolls lobotomized and pinned to them are there, suspended in air somehow. It looks like it's an upside down, dangling, but right side up. It's kind of trippy to look at. There are, Nico, just Marb, because you're just observing and trying to take it in. There is plenty of debris floating around up in that space, likely from when the tower itself exploded? Question mark. What happened? You're not sure. There's giant boulders circling around, and you hear them every once in a while tremble together and make a sound. And even that impact is so close, it even kind of shakes the tower just a little bit. But there's plenty of debris that's 20 feet across, 10 feet across, 5 feet across, that's just kind of orbiting and suspended as well. And there is plenty of natural shadow being casted just because of how that light is working. So
does that light just look just like a big floating star, essentially? Like,
yeah, kind of.
Adam.
Boulders are inside of the upstairs space, or they're floating outside of the.
Most of the larger pieces are floating outside, but there are some smaller pieces of debris, like 10 feet, 20 feet, that do circle in, and some of them will bang into the chains, and like you'll see that they'll like move the entire chandelier like structure that has maybe 5 or 6 trolls affixed to it.
is it in any way like physically connected to any of the stuff below?
The chandeliers.
That like nexus of light.
Oh,
yeah.
no,
That like, is that light and like all the stuff that's orbiting it? Does it seem to be in any way related to like the engine that we were talking about?
Give me let's see. Give me a perception check because you're staring up at it.
Yeah, sure. 14.
Yeah, so it honestly just looks like a mini sun. It's really hard to look at. Like, you look at it for a moment and then you just kind of squint and kind of have to turn your gaze away because it starts to hurt your
All right,
eyes.
spooky necro shit. Good.
Just float. Yes, CRC.
Yarsi sighs and goes, "Good God!" I turn invisible, guidance myself, stealth. I fly up.
Invisible how? The spell?
Yes.
You can't guidance yourself because those are both
Concentration. Yeah.
Okay. Then I
You're
will.
invisible?
Is invisible then stealth.
Sure, go ahead.
24 on
And
stealth.
give me a. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so you just see RC, mark up your spell slot, and then you
No,
hear.
no. It was a sigh of frustration because people here can't make a decision.
Gotcha. And then you just hear it, but you don't see it. And what are you doing, RC?
I'm going up to the nearest troll.
Okay, let's say that's about 40 some feet away from the group, so you can get there fairly quickly.
I get up there. I'm looking around. How am I going to get this troll down?
It is staked, so it has stakes in most of its joints and has a large stake through its forehead that goes all the way through the back of the skull. Go ahead and give me a perception check while you're up here.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna draw my bow and see if, as soon as I see Yarsi, I'm gonna be ready to shoot him. Because I'm afraid he might do something to us.
Okay.
I'm not like saying as soon as I see him I want to fire. I just want to keep an eye out for him.
Shoot him.
24.
24. Yeah, so you happen to, the lower one that you're here, you're looking around. There is a few, you see about 10 pygmies, but they're not on this chandelier. There's none in this area. You see a bunch of them kind of off. And what you're seeing is they are essentially injuring the trolls, cutting them, biting them, gnawing on them, and then you relatively quickly notice that the trolls are still regenerating.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start working on releasing this one because according to the way I'm reading invisibility, as long as I don't attack or cast a spell, I don't become visible.
Yeah, as long as you don't attack or make someone do a saving throw, basically, you're fine. So go ahead and give me I guess, how are you trying to get them out? I should ask. There we go.
Well, they're, I have 2 hands. I can still
Mhm.
fly with that one. So
Yep,
I'm
yep.
just going to start kind of move like slowly. I'm assuming they're kind of like it's a steak in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
I want to test and see if I can pull them out.
Okay, go ahead and give me a. If you're trying to be careful, give me a medicine check. If you're not, just go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I don't give a shit about these guys, but it doesn't
So
actually.
then I
Medicine's
whisper.
better.
Would
Should
you?
we try and distract them from down here? What is the RC
Oh,
doing?
no, still give me. It's still gonna be an athletics to pull it out. The medicine
Okay.
check would possibly give you some benefits or detriments depending on how you roll.
Okay, yeah, I fucked him up with the medicine check. I rolled a 1, got a total of 3.
Okay, yeah, you just need to pull. You just need to pull.
I've got a 6 on athletics.
Okay. You go to one. You start, let's say, at one that's like pinned in his neck, kind of keeping his chest there. And you go and you realize that this is going to take some effort. And you swoop over and you go to one that's in like the wrist. And you're pulling and you're pulling and you're making a little bit of progress. But as you're pulling, you're kind of shaking the apparatus. You see that a bunch of the little pygmies.
Well, as soon as I do that,
But they don't seem to notice you.
I'll stop and reorganize or rethink this approach and try to see if I can figure out a different way. What is there? Are they attached to ropes or chains?
The chandeliers are attached to like braided cords and chains. If you want to, you can give me an investigation check.
25.
25. It's weird. It looks like chain. It's not chain. It's not metal. It is like a dried sinew-like material.
I will try to see if I can cut it.
Sure. What are you using? A dagger or talons? I don't remember what you have.
Talons, and I've got a dagger.
Okay.
Let me double check my equipment.
Use your beak. Put your mouth on it. It's gross.
Yeah. No, I have a dagger.
Okay. This won't technically be an attack roll because you're just trying to slice through it. So, are you trying? What's your approach in cutting it? Are you just trying to be forceful? Are you trying to just kind of find? I'm trying to picture how you're kind of.
What I'm trying to do is trying to keep movement to a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have to, I will like grab before and after.
Mm-hmm.
The where I'm cutting at, like one with my foot because there's a talon, the other one, and then kind of cut that way.
Okay.
That way there's limited movement, and I'm gonna leave the one that's attached to a foot last because I'm assuming that's what's going to be holding him up. So as soon as he drops, I know we're getting attention.
Okay. So as you kind of do place your feet on the sinew-like cord, it's warm. It's got like some sort of
That's gross.
body temperature to it. Yeah, go ahead and give me, let's call it a sleight of hand check to try to be quiet, keep your movement still while you're just slicing through.
10.
It's gonna take you a minute. So Al and Cal, your passive perceptions are high enough. You see that there's a chandelier that's starting to just kind of sway just a little bit, not a lot, but you're starting to kind of notice that. What's the group down below doing?
As soon as I saw him go up, I'm casting Comprehend Languages as ritual.
Okay. Oh, so 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm holding my bow out, trying to find where the hell he went, so that I can have eyes on him.
Same. Just trying to.
Okay, y'all can give me perception checks if you're trying to spot him.
Yep. That's a big fat 1 that I rolled, so 5.
Okay.
I don't see him.
Your eyes still burn from looking at that light directly.
I'm not used to the visor. It's weird.
17 for me.
Nigo, you.
Holy what?
I don't know why I said 2.
That's
Jeez.
fine. So 18. Yeah. So
I rolled a 41 on my perception.
That's
I'll beat my stealth roll of 24.
Yeah, and it's like a good old freaking, what do you call it?
Facts?
Pathfinder or 3-5 roll right there. 41.
Oh, yeah. Did you get half your level in 3-5 as well?
It's like a 20,
gotta lie.
25?
So let's go. Marb, you see kind of the swaying chandelier, but you don't see Yarsi. You do, now that you're kind of looking around, you see that there are pygmies. There's a lot of them, but they're not anywhere within 40 or 50 feet of y'all. They seem to be more collected up higher. Al, as you're looking at it, you see that swaying chandelier, and then you hear ever so slightly, just like the batting of a wing every once in a while, as he seems to be. You think Yarsi's trying to keep himself maybe stable or something. You can't see him, but you can kind of hear him, and you kind of hear this wet kind of as he's cutting through something.
He's working on it. Think that one?
Are you pointing him out now?
Damn, invisibility sucks.
So did you,
Yeah.
you pointed out where he was? Okay.
We can try to focus on
big one.
the pygmies. So if we can't tell where Yarsi is, just shoot any pygmy that's moving kind of erratically. We'll just skip in cover wherever he might theoretically be, and hopefully we don't hit him if we aim just for the pygmies.
It's gonna take you a little bit longer, Yarsi, but go ahead and roll me a D8.
I don't give a fuck about the piggies right now. I'm looking for Yarsi.
1.
1. Okay. So as you're cutting, I don't know. It's like that. After a little bit of time, and you guys are still focusing and talking amongst yourselves, Yarsi, you are eventually getting to that little bit of where you feel like there's not much left to cut. Are you going to cut all the way through?
Yeah, I don't know any better.
All right, so you go ahead and cut all the way through, and Al and all of you that are kind of looking up, you see where there's this one cord, and you just see it snap, and it just like whips, and it does this like wet kind of sound, and then this chandelier.
Like what? Like what?
Like
Is it
Okay.
like,
More time?
is there anything coming out of the cord that's left?
You see trickle of fluids.
Ugh, okay.
And then you just see this chandelier that was suspended all of a sudden start tumbling and falling. And within 6 to 10 seconds, it's going to smash into the floor. What are you guys doing? You got a round to tell me.
Still looking for Yarsi. Fuck it.
Yep. Dodge the thing falling down and keep my eyes up to see if any of the pygmies are coming down or anything else.
As you see it falling, it is going to fall on the opposite side of the doorframe, furthest away from you, over where the statue with the book is. However, the book is on the ground. So, as it does, it comes crashing, and there's this loud metal clang, bang. Just, it echoes through this rather enclosed room, minus the ceiling, but it still echoes on the inside, and then kind of dissipates. And there are 6 or so. Just let me kind of pull them out, I guess, just around this area. 1 second. Just put kind of as representations.
This is like 50 feet up in the air. These
No,
trolls.
they came crashing down and they
So
slammed onto the ground.
by cutting that one, he freed several.
Yeah, he cut
neat.
a chandelier loose, essentially.
Oh, okay.
They're not free, they're just...
Right. Oh, so are they still bound up and like attached to the thing?
Yes, they still have spikes and all that in, their, like, so they have a spike in their forehead, they have a spike in their neck, they have a spike in their wrists, their elbow joint, like every joint that you can imagine, they're like spiked in. They're not chained in, they're not anything, they're just stuck in, essentially. It's a loud crashing sound, and then as you guys see that, Yarsi, you kind of whoosh back as the thing is falling and the cord is whipping, and it comes ting, 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 and there are, well, you just shook the beehive, the hornet's nest. All the little pygmies are, and you hear this like high pitch, and they start just skittering and scattering. Some of them you see, and Yarsi, you get a good view of this. They literally like take their hands and like claw at the sky, and this little tear happens, and they jump in.
Interesting.
Oh, they're like the
Yarsi's
spooky, the face spiders. They're face pygmies.
Well, maybe it's. Let me just start. I'm just gonna start putting tokens on the board. This isn't
Start the battle
necessarily
music.
accurate.
That's the first group of 20.
Hey,
Hold it.
hey, Rock, I think that fireball would probably come in handy right now.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that for visual sake, these things are 70 so feet up in the air right now. So just
And they're all like tiny creatures, right? I think.
yeah, they're supposed to be smaller than this. I'll try to alt shrink
Okay.
it in a second.
That's fine. I was just I couldn't remember.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're pygmies. They're small.
So they're small. They're not tiny.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll just leave it actually how it is. Now the resizing is all weird.
No, actually, yeah. I mean, they should be this size. And
Yeah. Just gonna do this. So you see, just you have essentially shaken the hornet's nest. What would you guys like to do?
like, well, shit.
Y'all are still in the walkway.
I'd say honestly, if he could just do that to everything while we wait here, that's great. Because I don't think they've noticed us yet.
They come
Wait,
down
the
to
pygmies haven't
investigate,
noticed us?
pick them off. I don't like going out there when they can just throw shit at us like before.
You guys start seeing that a few of them, as you guys are sitting here discussing, they're starting to climb down, and some of them are just, you see it where there's a blackness that appears and they just kind of step through it, and they're starting to like swarm around and like scuttle and try to figure out what happened to this chandelier, essentially. Starting swarming.
Okay, if I cast Pass Without a Trace all around us, does stealth gives us a chance to remain like hidden as we pick them up in the darkness? How do pygmies work? Or how does stealth work in combat? Sorry.
So once you make an attack, unless if you have a feature, it breaks your stealth. So because you are launching something from somewhere where they can now kind of trace where it possibly came from. But you are
Okay,
in a.
here's my plan.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Spike Growth around the goblin,
The trolls?
around the trolls, and if it impales the troll, he can heal, but it'll keep the pygmies semi away. But that could like attract them to us. So, are we willing to
Do you have to say something to cast that? I don't remember.
battle? I don't think so.
Yeah, in the RC, I'm just putting you like here as you're
Let me
flying
double check.
around.
Spike Growth, concentration. Take some action.
Hearing Arm say
Mhm.
that, I like to ready an action for a level 2 shatter at the nearest group that starts throwing things at us.
Okay. You guys are seeing it's basically like a beehive that's been shaken. They're swarming down, they're scuttering around. They do not fly, so they have to actually physically come down, but some of them are like ripping at the air and kind of stepping through, and you see them apparating and all that. And they're like sniffing and looking and like screeching at each other. And then there are, at this point, where the chandelier is, there's dozens of the little pygmies starting to swarm around it and just trying to figure out what the heck happened.
I don't want to call out to Yarsi, but yeah, I don't know. I can't call out to him. So.
All right, so let's do it down the list. Yarsi, as you started all this, what are you doing?
Are there any more pygmies up here with me?
There are, but they seem to almost all be trickling down.
Okay, I'm gonna fly back down to where the group is and go land, go to the back, and
Like into the darkness with the group?
yeah,
Okay. So you are basically here.
maintain invisibility and say, okay, your trolls.
What
are
the
down.
fuck? Oh, there you are. Jesus Christ.
You don't see him, you just hear a voice.
Yeah, but we recognize the voice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I assume you did that? I mean, this is all quiet, by the way, obviously.
Actually, as you guys are
Oh,
having
yeah.
an interaction, just a group stealth check. So everybody roll me stealth. And we'll take the lowest roll, but we'll use the highest bonus.
Did we get past without trace or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, if it's gonna break after we attack, it's kind of useless. Because we are about to attack.
My roll kind of sucks, so I'm gonna use my before.
Okay, if you saw it, yeah.
Yeah, we rested.
All right, so it'd be what was your roll, Danny?
Actual roll was 5 plus 2, and then plus 2 more on the other thing.
All right, 5 plus 2, and then the highest bonus you guys have is a 7, so that's 12, 13. These things
I
don't
have
have
a
a high.
9.
Yeah, Al has a
Oh,
9.
9. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, these things don't seem to.
Yeah, stealthy owl.
So yeah, you guys are able to, as a group, keep this conversation. However, it is getting kind of uncomfortable as some of them start to kind of move. And again, y'all are in here, so forgive me for the inaccurate drawing. But
Fireball.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's a hard freaking temptation to not.
I'll stop my ritual.
All the fireballs now.
just let
And
me
I
click on a point, and we'll figure out how many you actually hit.
so the most of them are gathered here, right? So
And the trolls are.
Yeah,
trolls,
yeah,
that's
and
my troll seal.
Against fire.
give me an Arcana check, because you said based off of what you were saying earlier.
It's like I think this will actually just kill him
15
though.
plus 10, 26.
Fire and acid stops trolls from healing.
Right, I knew that actually.
I think they will
Can you
just
like
be dead.
gatekeep
At this point,
around?
Yeah, you know what? If we kill 5 trolls to get rid of 30 pygmies, that's worth it.
Okay.
And we just won't tell the other trolls we killed these 5 trolls.
No, terrible idea. Then what was the point of bringing them down? We could have slit their throats up there.
I don't know what you guys want me to do. Fireball or no fireball?
Do it.
They're in torching range now.
Fireball butted the perimeter. Don't target the trolls.
Okay, I'll fireball here to try and not hit all the trolls.
Okay, go ahead, and so we're gonna have to draw this so I can actually get an accurate number of how many you incinerate. As we're swarming around. Okay, so I will draw. So you're pointing it here, right? So 20 foot.
It's 20-foot radius though, right?
Yeah. So
Can't you just drop it in the middle of the purple carpet and get 25, 25, 25 all the way around?
There we go. That's like your best one right here, probably.
Yeah, do that then.
Yeah, we can even move it back here, and you can actually avoid all the trolls if you really wanted to.
No, if I hit a troll, I hit a troll.
Okay.
I want to
Well,
maximize the pygmy destruction.
Yeah, you'll basically annihilate this side. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Before I launch it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell everyone, okay, guys, they're obviously gonna see us after this. So I'm gonna, as I'm doing my cast of it, I'll kind of hold fingers up and go 3, 2, 1, cast, so that everyone else can react as I launch the fireball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before that, I'll do armor Agathis.
And Yarsi says, no, they're going to see you.
True.
Interestingly enough, as this is going to be a surprise round, Davis, who would you like to give your?
Oh yeah, the thing too. It's because it could just be anybody, right? We're acting before all of them.
Yeah.
Well, Rock's doing a thing that's a save, so that doesn't help. Or actually, no, it does, because it increases the DC, right? Is that how it's working?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do Rock,
All right, Rock gets a pony.
Marb,
I get a pony, my very own pony.
and
Getting my own pony too?
Rock, Marb, and Calisaur.
All right. Now,
Can I change my ready to when a fireball goes past my face?
Actually, I'll change that
Better
to
instead.
Al on the last one, because I think Calisaur usually sets up some stuff, and he can't cast spells and stuff right now anyway, so...
okay. So, we will essentially what you guys see is Rock flips open his book, to a certain page. He quickly looks over it, closes it, puts it back on his side, puts up his fingers, and you just see each finger is essentially starting to light as he does 1, 2, as he reverse counts, and you see that the motes are floating into his other hand just as he's starting to, and they're bamfing over the hand. And then Rock, you put your hands together, you have this massive ball of fire, which then you condense into a little bead, and then you toss it, I guess, essentially. And you see this streak, this little condensed mote of fire shoot ridiculously fast into a point that Rock had decided, and there is this instant conflagration that takes up more than a quarter of the room as this spherical spiraling incendiary cloud basically comes into existence and it spreads out, and you just hear the sick sound of flesh boiling and popping and screeching, and it's a light show. Go ahead and give me the damage, Mr. Brock.
86.
Yeah, that's
And everybody get ready to roll initiative, or get ready to do like your surprise round, but we'll roll initiative half right now, actually. Let me go ahead and get that set up.
that's 30.
30?
Mhm.
Jesus. All right.
Nice.
That's a good one. All right. So essentially, you see, like I said, this instant conflagration of flames that start red, but as they are in this space, they start to shift to that weird teal color, and just you hear sizzling and popping and screeching and dying. And bloop 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Easily 24 or so of these pygmies are just turned to ash instantly. What's everyone else doing besides Rock? And go ahead and mark off that spell slot.
I cast armor back at this.
I want to cast spike growth around the trolls.
Okay. Is it within range?
Yeah, 150 feet range.
Oh, wow.
Where am I? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and draw it, and then I'm going to start putting in everyone's initiative rolls.
Oh, draw shape.
Yarsi was 22. Damn, Yarsi, with a continuous high initiative rolls.
How do I erase
Nico, what?
When we long rested, did you do
It's
items?
permanent.
We did not.
No,
It's not done
but
yet.
Is it permanent? Don't tell me it's permanent. I think.
No. Al. Oof, Al.
What's the button I press to make like straight lines?
You just need to change the.
There's
to
a polygon
shape.
line. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Well,
polygon,
I
and
think
then
I measured the area somewhere around that.
that's perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Let me get everyone's initiatives rolls.
So I think I'm gonna step out
Some
5 or 10 feet, pass it around here, and then fall back 5 or 10 feet. Do I get a move action for the surprise round?
Yeah, it's a full, basically like a turn before they get to react. I'm just. Who did I miss? Davis. What was your initiative, Davis?
10.
Oh, I need to roll mine. Hell yeah.
Mine would be 10.2 or whatever if you want, because I'm ahead of Grant. I'm sure.
Oh, I don't have Calasor in here. Interesting. Let's add to turn order. And then Calasor.
He's a kitty.
6.2, and then Marb is 24
Got a
point.
24. There goes my natural 20 of the night.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because there are so many of these guys, they're gonna have essentially like multiple turns. If that makes sense. Like they'll go in waves in a single turn order. So,
Delta Force, Bravo Force, Charlie Force.
kind of. I'm just gonna add a couple random ones to the turn order. Oh, actually, what I should do, I should do this smart. Give me 1 second, guys. Put a couple down here. Let's remove this one.
Yeah, the fake tokens.
So I don't actually delete them. Alright, they get a turn on 20, on 15, and on 10. Alright, ascending, and they will go last on each turn because they get so many. Alright, cool, yeah, so 10, 15, they're by themselves, 20, okay, cool. Alright, So as the conflagration happens, you see as Marb kind of steps and raises his hand and kind of does this motion with his fingers, and you see that the ash is literally being blown, and it starts to like seek into the ground very quickly, and then these barbs just start to rise all around the chandelier, impaling what's there, or at least making it so the terrain looks extremely dangerous. And then Al slides forward, goes ahead and releases a concussive boom. What is the they're not gonna make the save, I don't think. What's your DC, Al?
With the bonus, it's 18.
So it's +3 on top of that. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, Al, you let this cacophonous gong sound go, and the little purple circle was you, right? Pink circle.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. A few more were actually there. You didn't realize it as there's like all swarmed underneath. They're trying to figure out that's fine.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, he takes the hit. You start to see Al as you release it, and you see the pygmies get blown to bits, and there's like just chunks of these entities that just start flying. So they just splatter the door frame. They splatter their friends. The entire contraption that's like has the trolls on it just rolls onto its side a bit. And you see that it's like even on top of one of the trolls, and the one troll that you impacted, you kind of take a minute to focus, and you see that like where you snapped its neck, you see that it starts to like kind of move its neck back into position as it's healing.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Gulp.
All right. Who else wants something to do?
I was gonna wild shape or turn back into regular Calisaur,
Sure.
and then I was going. How high up are like most of these pygmies at this point? Are they all like close to the ground?
Yes, they are essentially on the ground. There are maybe like a dozen still up in the chains and the cord and all that. But...
Right. I'm going to cast Wall of Fire right there.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
How do you undo a drawing?
You can select it and delete it.
There you go.
That should be up just a little bit, so because I want the flames like facing towards us.
Like that.
Yeah, because it reaches within 10 feet of that, so it hit all of those.
Gotcha. Let's go ahead and draw. Okay, so yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you'll scorch all the trolls.
That's fine.
I thought we were not going to use fire against the troll.
We can get more trolls. It's fine.
Right.
The point is not that we can get more, is we could save these ones. Whatever. We're going to murder all of them. Whatever.
So yeah.
Experience.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me the troll. Go ahead and roll me the wall of fire damage. And make sure you guys are putting yellow dots on yourself if you're concentrating, please. So Marb, Calisaur. Did I delete Al? No, I didn't. Okay, Al's up here.
No,
Al
yeah.
steps back. There you go.
Thank you. Forgot about that.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, so I guess this is the first time you've done Wall of Fire. So what's your casting like Wall of Fire look like, Calisaur?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just put out both my hands like in that direction, like with palms up, and kind of like raise them upwards, and then the flames will like come up from the ground into like just a wall.
Okay. So, yeah, so you see Calisaur for the first time kind of step forward and do this motion where he kind of puts his hands and then kind of sets them out like this and then raises them. And for a brief moment, you feel intense heat radiating off of Calisaur. Like maybe you're thinking that he's about to pop his wings or something. And then you see that his fingers, similar to rock, start to ignite. And then his eyes glaze over red for that brief moment, and then a flash. And then you look out and you see this line of fire just kind of quickly cut across, seemingly ripping through the tiles. And then this second conflagration just starts and you hear again the sixth sound of popping and hissing flesh, and you see a few of the pygmies try to like run and dodge out, and and they just keel over dead as they're cooked alive, and then you hear the sound of as these trolls are now dead. Boop. Boop. And you have the flames facing, I guess stage down. Right? Stage down.
Towards
So,
us.
Yeah, got it. Okay. All right. As we have wife aggro for Yarsi, Davis, were you doing anything?
Stowing my composite bow and armor Vagos. That's it.
Gotcha. All right. So as you guys have essentially cleared out possibly about a third of the pygmies. Does fire make Marbs?
No, it's pretty lush terrain, I think, right?
No, it's whatever you want it to be. It's like brambles and spikes in this, but it's magical. So though they're burning, they still stand and they still, are there. Essentially, like it's like a spiked field, a barbed field that is now lit ablaze. And when Al did the concussive boom, it shook them, but it didn't break them. But it's weird because there is no plant life in here, and I'll just give you the visual. Essentially, what it is, it's the ash and the cinders of the dying pygmies being siphoned into the magic of the spell and then being hardened quickly into spikes and barbs.
Dope.
All right.
Magic barbs.
Mm-hmm.
Barbs for Marbs.
So, Marb, as hopefully Yarsi will be back by the time it's his turn, what would you like to do?
I'm back.
Welcome back. We're just starting the first round.
So I only see the pygmies and Cal in
Yeah,
the
I can
order.
only see the pygmies and Cal in the turn order. I was gonna say the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I was kind of wondering where the rest of us were.
Okay, give me a second. Let me write down everyone's real quick, and then I'll fix it. I don't know why. Alright, so Marb, 24.4, Yar, 22, Pig is 20, Pig is 15, Davis is 10.2. I don't know. I'll just clear the whole thing in a second.
Grant is 10 point minus 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I still said the pygmies go at
Right,
the end
right,
of that. So Pig is 10. Al is 6.4. Who am I missing?
Roku.
Cal is 6.2.
Honestly, my play is just sticking close to the group and trying to face tank stuff, whatever comes our way.
I'm
Let
6.3.
Oh,
No
okay.
difference.
No, because you have initiative. Your Jack of all trades bumps it.
Oh.
Silly goose. Alright.
Does that not show that on your character sheet?
Add turn. Add turn.
My initiative is. Oh, okay. That's why I'm +4. Okay. I thought we'd been doing the dex bonus.
I mean, yeah, that's normally what it is, but it's a skill check, so.
Yeah. It's a skill check, but it adds your
half your proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't click on anything to get that description.
That's true.
Cool.
Gotcha. Do you guys see yourselves in the turn order now?
Yeah, you're putting the numbers in. Okay, good.
Yeah. Alright. Sorry about that. Did I miss anybody?
Me.
Yarsi. Where are you? Where's Yarsi?
He's behind us. Behind me, I think. Like, I think he's underneath that. So you went back into the tunnel, right? I think he's underneath the black square.
Yeah, I gotta try to select the black square.
There you go.
There he is.
Point 3
Thank
means
you.
I would be after Davis, yeah. If Davis is 10 too.
Oh, you're supposed to be 10.
It's 10.
10.3.
10 minus 1.
Yeah. I'll just move you there, and then Yarsi was a 22, right?
Correct.
Add to turn order.
And technically, Barbara's a 24.4, but you still.
No, that's only for ties.
You're right. All right, cool. Let's just do ascending one more time.
Oh yeah, you got Marb as a 4 for some reason instead of a 24. Sorry.
Oh,
It's fine. I didn't read this. All right, so Marb, there has been just displays of potent pyromantic magic and destructive concussive forces, and you are concentrating on your spikes.
I dropped the concentration. Let's leave it there so they're like pygmies at least don't go and try to get them. And then I'll probably shoot far away and let you guys grab close by. So this guy, pygmy
Sure.
number, whatever he is.
Yeah, just ping whatever you're targeting. You're good.
And I probably won't want to sharpshoot. How squishy are these pygmies? I already forgot. Lumbo plus 9. Okay.
Make sure you track your arrows, Marb.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Equipment. Arrows. There we go. And then roll. Whoa.
I don't like this music. I need to find better music for this. It's a good battle music.
Plus 4.
clown music.
Okay, 8 damage.
Yep, that just you find it, you release it as it's just a swarming mass, and you just fire into the swarming mass, and you happen to pick one up in the skull.
Okay, and I'll do like the exact same sequence again. 15 to hit.
That hits. The one just next to it.
And then 6 damage. Yeah, pick me number next. And let me check my bonus actions real quick. No, we're good. Oh, that's an action. Bananas. Yeah, then I'm good.
All right. So Marb kind of steps out, pluck, pluck. You see him just fire into the swarming mass of the pygmies, and two of them just kind of keel over Yarsi. Still invisible.
Still invisible. I am going to stay my happy ass back here because these fools are throwing spells everywhere, and I don't know what the hell they're targeting. So, the pygmy that's right next to Al, right there.
Yes.
I'm going to hex him. I know I'm no longer invisible.
Yeah, but you can keep your concentration dot on you.
And I will Eldritch Blast him.
All right, go ahead.
Not with that, I'm not.
No, yeah, you fire and it's like you fire and it hits this swarming mass of like 4 or 5 of them, but it just seems to like not be able to penetrate them.
And I will direct the other one at him then.
Go for it. That hits.
15 total.
Plat. Yeah, you just as one you see like out of Yarsi. Oh, Yarsi, you would have been completely invisible, so you could do it at advantage. So the first bolt hits. Go ahead and roll a second bolt.
Oh, okay.
You would have been. You're invisible. It gives you advantage on the attack roll.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. No hex on this one since you've killed the one.
I will target the one directly in front of Kalasar.
Okay. Yep, blah. So yeah, you just start going like out of nowhere because you guys heard Yarsi's voice, but then you just feel that silver bolts of energy as he's launching them. One, Al, you see it just explode in front of you. Cal, another one.
You know, kill the ones closer first.
There we go. Pygmies. Well, on this, you start seeing
Ghosts.
it becomes this loud, cacophonous, discordant sound. I need all of you, because there's so many of them, to give me a wisdom saving throw.
I wish I never would have told you about this.
Yay! Good thanks, James, to the design. Davis, you are stunned.
Actually, sorry, it's 12. I forgot. I got +3.
Davis, you are
Ah.
stunned.
Okay, gotcha.
Grant,
Adam-
you are stunned. Yes.
Tia just rolled me a nat 20 again. She lucky.
Someone said my name otherwise? Yes?
This happened before with these things, and they did take damage. Would them spawning on top of that firewall kill some of them?
It is at the start of their turn that they take damage, or at the end of their turn?
I think if they are in that area at the start of their turn. Let me double check.
What did you got a 9, Davis? You got higher
It's
than that,
actually a
right?
12. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Yes,
if you
no.
rolled a 12 or less, you are stunned.
Wah.
So, a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. So both
Okay.
beginning and end.
Alright, well, it would technically be their first time as they are reappearing there, so you don't have to roll
Right.
damage. They'll just kind of
Yeah.
they'll attempt to spawn, and then they'll just, like, you'll see that, like, the wisps are
The ones on the backside technically wouldn't take damage. The fire only does damage on one
Okay.
side of the wall.
So, yeah. So you see, as some of them you start to wish to kind of reapparate, they just get whisked away by the flames as it reignites, kind of engulfing them. But yeah, there's a cacophony. Anyone else? Let's see. So anyone that rolled a 12 or less is stunned, and the Marb and Yarsi, y'all are unable to cast spells until the end of your next turn.
My concentration go away?
Ooh, I was gonna ask that.
Concentration check. If you have Warcaster, this is not damage, so you only get to roll once.
I think a
Which one is
5 is going to make
concentration?
A con save, just a con save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yarsi, you feel that that bond with your hex fade. Marb, you're able to keep focus, and it's hard, but you're able to focus on those spikes, and they still remain in that field.
Ooh, sweet.
All right, next round. They're going to start approaching. All right, for the sake of this, you know, it's a swarm-based attack, so I'm not going to roll a million dice. It's just... let's see. So, Cal, Al, Rock, and Grant are the only ones that are actually exposed right now. So, Cal, 15 to hit. Misses, right? You got Bark.
You have Bark Skin up.
Yeah.
All right, so Cal, a number of these little entities just start jumping and clawing and gnashing at you. You feel them, but your barked leather armor now is essentially repelling them. They're not able to claw through, but you hear them like actually ripping some of the bark off of your armor, splintering it. Rock, same thing. They kind of start jumping and start grabbing you, like climbing up your cloak and on your shell, and start carrying you and start kind of ripping at little possessions that you keep on your back, but they're not able to get to you. Al, 17 misses. You're a freaking Valor Bard. Yeah, you have your buckler out, and you're just start like batting them away, and you're kind of helping get some of them off and ripping them off. Oh no, you're stunned though. Shit.
So
You're
it's
stunned.
advantage then, right?
Yeah, it's advantage. No, they still rolled worse. So you're standing there, and you're kind of dazed, and they're just more focused on swarming on Rock, and some of them are clawing at you, but they're more trying to get to Rock, unable to get through. And then Grant, you're stunned as well, right?
I am.
No. Well, let's see. We gotta roll advantage. Wow, these guys rolled really low. So yeah, your new armor just seems to be protecting you. They start clawing and gnawing, and it's like not even scratch marks, not even that. You just hear that sickening kind of sound of, well, metal, nails on metal. And I'll put the stun mark on you guys. All right. Let me move a couple more pygmies just for the sake of moving them. All right, Davis, your turn.
That's it. I'm stunned. So I get. Do I save on the end of my turn?
Yeah, save it. You're in your turn.
So what is it? Another wisdom save?
Yes.
Okie dokie. That's better. 20.
Yeah, you're fine. You managed to kind of the discordance shakes through. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to clear that off of Grant. All right,
Okay.
Alice, done. Davis, you're good.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right.
Oh, did you see my note above? I had switched out my command style. I just forgot to mention it. So back to Grudge Keeper. Back to Grudge Keeper.
Grudge Keeper, and you're doing fire, right?
For the armor Vagathus, yes.
Yeah. All right.
I already marked that count on my sheet too.
Okay. So you see now again this tide of angry pygmies is just starting to bottleneck in this corridor. Rushing in, trying to get within reach. As some of them more are starting to descend from the ceiling. Like even scuttering down the walls. Alright, next set of rounds. Against Rock. Natural 20. So that'll be, let's go ahead and roll a d10 and see how many hits hit you. Where's my d10? That's my d10. As 8 managed to get through to you. So you will take, with their clawing, gnashings. No, 10 would be too many. It needs to be 6. 6 would be the max, because some of them are going to start throwing shit. So you get 6 attacks. 6 attacks with their pokes and stings and claws are d4s. So you take 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 13, 13 plus Davis, 4 times 6, my brain is tired.
24. Yep.
14 plus 24. You take 38 points of slashing damage. They start gnawing and clawing and ripping into you.
Flesh wound.
You good? You got that, Rock?
Sorry, I had a phone call. How much did I take?
38.
Okay.
Alright, Al, you are stunned. Okay, yeah, they hit. Natural 19. So you're stunned. You're not paralyzed, so they're not auto crits. And they will be d6 for 5. You take 2. Oh, wait, shit. These are not. We're just doing like one lump sum of damage.
Okay.
There's like a giant swarm attacking you. 2, 6, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 points of slashing, bludgeoning, piercing damage.
And did you take 3 off that at the beginning?
No, you take off 3.
Okay.
You guys, I trust you guys to track that stuff. Alright, Calisaur.
Wait, would Al reduce 3 on every hit that he takes?
No, this is like one giant swarm, so they're kind of all... It's considered one entity, that makes sense?
Yeah.
Made up of a lot of little guys. Same with you, Grant, whenever, if they were to hit you. Calisaur, they are unable to pierce through your bark armor. They just keep slashing and cutting and ripping, and you just see that they're getting frustrated and screeching. Some of them are pulling on your hair, trying to break your concentration and stuff, but you're managed to hold true. And then the last person would be Grant. Grant is stunned, so they get advantage. Natural 20 doesn't matter because you got your armor, but still hits. So 4, 6. Oh, I didn't roll how many hit you. Only 4. 4, 6, 10, 14, 18 points of slashing damage. Reduce it for your 1 instance of your armor.
15 total.
All right. Grant, your turn. Go ahead and roll me a con save to try to break the stun.
Con or
Wisdom, sorry.
I prefer con.
Yeah, sorry. You're right.
Too bad.
9 total.
You remain stunned.
Buh.
I will stumble into the middle of the pack though. Like,
Can't move.
You
holding
can't
my-
move. Unfortunately, you can't
Is
move.
it? Is it?
Yeah,
I thought it was
I think.
incapacitated.
Let
I'll
me
do
make
it. I'll
sure.
paste it.
Thank you.
Actions or reactions,
You
but
can't
it
move.
doesn't have stun.
Yeah, you cannot
Attack
move.
rolls is can't move. There it is.
Yeah.
Can only
Alright.
speak faltering.
Yeah. You could say something like, ugh.
That's
No,
why
he
I was just like,
kind of
"Bleh."
gags on his own tongue or something.
Okay. Allegretto, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
You
I'm
remain
gonna,
drooling.
I'm gonna
Oh.
lucky this one.
Okay, go for it.
Cool.
You remain drooling. Mark off your lucky.
I love when that happens.
That's that
When
Friday
it's the
13th
exact
lucky.
same roll.
It's pretty lucky.
Good.
Lucky.
Technically, yeah, that's pretty lucky.
Bears are
It's true.
amazing.
5% chance.
Yeah. All right, Calisor.
One more 7,
Um,
you hit a jackpot.
I'm going to drop concentration on my wall of fire,
Okay.
and then I'm going to do conjure animals.
Yes.
I would like to conjure 2 hyenas. I don't like being laughed at, and hoping that with the moral support of laughing things on our side, it will help give them to be able to break out of their stuns and things.
All right. Let me go to my Jesse page.
Just real.
Lawrence
So what?
plan.
Did we re-prepare Calisor's spells?
He did. Yes, he did.
Okay, good. Just making sure that you had the opportunity to do that, because I know we kind of were talking
Alright.
about it, but we never really conferred.
All right. Where would you like to put number 1 and number 2?
I mean, right in front of Rock and Al, and right in front of Grant and Davis. Like kind of to my right and left, but
All
right
give
in
me a
front of them.
Little flanky
And,
boys.
yeah.
We'll say because these things are small and then your things are large, they're able to be underneath him. Let me give you control of this token. Can be. I'm just gonna say all players, just to make it easy. So, and let me put him in the front. There we go. And then you got your stats for the hyena, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They're stock and they're not yours, so remember that.
Yeah.
And then can be controlled by all players. Save, and then you want it like right here, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as you see Calisor kind of, that little bit of like fire essence around him drops, and then you just see him start cackling like a hyena. And then 2 of these hyenas start to like apparate out of they come out of the stonework and they start cackling alongside with Calisor. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I'm gonna step back a little bit.
Okay. There's gonna be a few attacks against you, but you know, as is. One gets through. You take. No, sorry, no, it doesn't get through. Sorry, no, it doesn't get over your thing. You're fine. Bark skin doing work.
Trying
Stand
to
this.
remember if my creatures get to attack on their first turn or not.
We can go to Rock's turn and you can read, and if they're supposed to attack, we'll go back to your highness.
Yeah. Okay.
You're supposed
Yeah.
to roll initiative for them. Apparently.
Yeah.
I'll
You
try.
may want to let them attack because they might get incinerated.
We'll just say that they'll act after you, Calisor. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. So add to turn order. We'll just put him as a
5 or something.
5. So go ahead. So where would you like your hyenas to do?
Yeah, they'll just each attack a pygmy in range. Just a bite attack.
Go ahead and give me 2 rolls. Both hit.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, so they are able to. Does that trigger their rampage?
Should.
They bring something to 0, yes.
Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah, triggers their rampage.
Nice. Chaining off
Yeah,
like
wait.
Gustav did.
Do I have to roll to hit again?
Yes.
For the okay.
You get they get to use their bonus actions now to try to bite again. Beast, I will help Calisor with because that's a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So one
Alright, that
hits,
hit.
I assume.
Yes, one certainly hits. So number 1 will hit, and go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, it just as it starts, like it manifests kind of cackling, like you see the stone kind of warp and then take the form of flesh and creature, and it just starts to just chomping through, and it's this sick bone crushing sound. As you know, hyenas have extremely powerful jaws, and these things are little, they're just crunching them into little bits. All right, Rock.
Theoretically, the rampage should trigger off of rampage, but I don't know if that's intended.
Yeah, I was wondering if it kept chaining as long as you kept killing.
If you want to read and let me know, yes, but no, because it says, I think it says it's a bonus action attack. You can use
No, but it
bonus
only
action.
says with if you bring a creature to 0 with a melee attack.
Can you check errata then?
Yeah,
for
sure. Yeah,
save
yeah.
advice? All right, Rock, go ahead.
Hey, do we still have daylight on the sphere? On the drift globe?
No, you just had regular light. Oh no, you do. Yes, you do. The drift globe is inside.
I think it's regular light, but it is inside.
Yeah, it's down here. It's really good.
Oh, that's true. So the rampage would then
does it
cost the
work?
bonus action, so you don't
Yeah.
get 2 bonus actions.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Whatever. Since the thing's on rails, I'm going to run behind the armillery. Is that-
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm gonna just charge forward with the light on it and see if these things hate the light, run from it, react. So I'm gonna push it into the room.
Okay, so that's gonna take you 1, 2, 3. All right, so you'll go ahead and shove. It's easy enough to move, so it's not gonna cost you an action to try to move it. Do you want to dash? Like, are you going full out movement?
How far do I get it if I don't dash?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You basically get it like right at the entry, right around here, like right out of the tunnel.
Without dashing? Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay. So let me get rid of the black box. Let's go ahead and. How did you draw a sphere, Al? How did you do that?
It's the second drawing,
Hold
or you hold Alt. Yeah.
Alt. Okay. Cool.
And then if you hold Shift as well, it'll lock it to a grid. And then I just counted out. That's 4.
Nice.
Alt. Nice.
I think I had to erase it twice trying to figure that out.
You're good. So yeah, you're able to get like back here, shoving, essentially kind of moving your friends out of the way, but not in a bad way. You're able to push it through, and the light is piercing.
What is this? Is this the armillery that he's pushing?
The armillery, yeah.
Okay.
We put it in the back. So there you go. You see that they are looking. It doesn't seem to be an intense enough type of light to do anything to them.
Can we all of us access the sphere? I don't know the words.
The drift globe?
No, it's it's anyone can say it's technically not an attuned item.
Yeah, I never learned the word from Al.
It's also not recharged, by the way, for the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just yell out, hey, if anybody's got daylight, I suspect these guys won't like it.
Al shivers and drools a little bit.
And then yeah, and then I'm just gonna throw another fireball, I guess.
Sure. Where you want to put it?
It was gonna be like I think it was like right here. Should not hit any of our people.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna kill the hyenas, but it should.
All right, go ahead and roll me dex saves for your hyenas, and then roll me damage for your fireball. And do separate. 1 first, 2 second, Calisor.
Okay.
They're +2.
I'm double checking their decks because it's different because they're not me.
Yeah, they're +2.
It's 2 still. Yeah.
All right, number 1 fails. Number 2
And
fails.
they're dead.
They have a lot of HP.
No, they do have a lot of HP.
Yeah.
They
They still laughing though,
Yeah.
as they burn.
Yeah,
28
they'll
total?
actually live unless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, the hyenas are fine. So you go ahead and mark 20 or track that both hyenas are down 28 hit points.
Okay, cool.
As Rock pushing this armillery starts again doing this emotion where he starts gathering flames at his fingertips and condenses it, and remembering that the armillery is protected from magic, fires the fireball into the armillery as it arcs around and kind of orbits for a minute, and then just flings it towards the door frame, roughly around here. Another instant conflagration of that orange red hot flame spins and spirals out as it then shifts into that eerie teal flame, popping and sizzling and scorching. Boop, 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 boop. As they cry out and hiss, as the flames bask the hyenas in themselves, they brace themselves and like lean into the fire, cackling, getting singed and smoked, and some of their hair is missing, but you can see that they're not natural creatures, and it just kind of starts to grow back, if shorter, in a flash of silvery energy. Anything else, Rock?
Again, I'll just be like, daylight. We need daylight. That's it.
Okay. Marb, you just saw another kaboom. And you hear the cackling of hyenas.
You said daylight. Oh, let me think about this.
You can give me an Arcana check if you want.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever done an Arcana check.
Ooh, look at you.
A
You
natural
know-
20.
Yeah, a dirty 20. 18. Let's do. You know, and you actually seen it with the drift globe, but there is a relatively potent spell that is of a variety that is too potent for you to cast currently. That is called Daylight, and it emulates the power of the sun, if not for a small area. So you know that you don't have access to daylight.
Sweet. Then I'm gonna keep shooting until
Okay.
they rush me.
All right. Where would you like to shoot?
I'm gonna go for this guy
Okay.
first. I want to 11 to hit.
Just misses. You go, fling, and it's more of just the sheer impact of the explosion and the hyenas cackling and all that. It just kind of throws you off, and you just shoot an arrow and just it skids.
And then for the second one, 16 to hit.
That will hit.
And I forgot that. Okay, never mind. Ooh, 8 damage.
Wow. Yeah, you manage to, as you kind of correct yourself, fire again, and you just straight through the the forehead, and it just kind of the arrow actually carries it a little bit, like 5 or 10 feet back before it falls over.
And that's my turn. I can't really do a lot with my bonus action.
Gotcha. Are you moving anywhere? Are you happy where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to move like farther into the group. I'm there. I can pick up my sword next turn. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Yarsi.
Okay, I'm going to move forward slightly so I can shoot the 2 on the left, or
Okay.
1, maybe 2, and then I'm going to move back.
Okay. So you pivot kind of into the armillary space. It's easy enough to kind of lean up against because you got definitely hits. It was this guy right here?
Oh,
Left.
Oh, there's your left.
Left, sorry. Blap. Okay. That certainly hits.
Some time for some reason.
That happens sometimes.
Wait, what? Why'd you
It
roll another?
actually rolled another one by mistake. It's fine.
It would have been the first one, the 23.
Yep, that still hits. Go ahead and roll damage when you get the chance. Yep. So yeah, Yarsi, you kind of step forward, silver bolt, and they just and step back. The pygmies. Because I forgot to do something before they were incinerated. These ones that were like in the back arc over here, they would have thrown shit at you guys. So let's see. Al, what is a 4? A 4 is what's 4?
Not enough.
4. What's 4?
Oh, that's not a.
4's
No,
the
no,
butt
it's-
stinger, isn't it?
I don't remember. I gotta
What do
pull
you
up
got?
I gotta pull up my chart.
I think
If
it's
it's
the
a
butt
butt stinger, they do nothing. Because they can't get to him. 4 is the choking and sneezing gas.
Is 5 the butt stinger then?
The 6 was the butt stinger.
Really? Damn.
Yeah. So Al, as they throw, they lob like this, essentially like a container of just that shatters upon impact. You're stunned, so you can't move out of the way. There's a little bit of a implosion, and you are stunned stuck coughing.
I'm joking.
Because I forgot to do it, I'm not going to make it penalize Marb or anything now. But then against Marb, they would have thrown, let's see, a 1. A 1 is acid, so Marb does a 23 hits you, so you would have
Yeah,
taken,
for sure.
You would have taken 6 points of acid damage. As like they kind of, you see this group of them kind of, and like the stream of acid starts spewing from their mouths, and it kind of gets up in your beak and in your face.
Ooh,
Go ahead
do I
and
have a reaction by any chance?
Not to this. You don't have a reaction save.
Oh,
Like-
never mind.
Yeah, go ahead and do a Constitution save to see if you manage to control or maintain your spike growth.
Yes, give me a second. I'm giving myself acid damage and then
Absolutely.
a con save.
Yep.
Giving myself
3.
acid.
Grant, who is stunned.
No.
Yeah, so the spike growth would have faded.
See ya.
So Grant, it's a thing that they throw in a location, so you're not able to move out of the way.
Yep.
And as it shatters, I'm just gonna use the centipedes again for reference. They're not centipedes; they're these weird, like, they look like something similar to like these pygmies, as if but if they were like insectoid little creatures. Beasts. Where are my centipedes? Bloop. 1 here. 1 here. And they will sting Grant. Miss. Natural 20, which gets negated. So you take 3 points of piercing damage, and I need you to do a Constitution saving throw. And then the other one is a miss completely.
I don't suppose that would trigger my ready to attack, would it?
Yeah. No, because they
didn't
become,
move into it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Become. Oh, you manage. You feel like even in that like state that you're in, you feel like this like incisor like champ down in an exposed part of your neck, and you feel this hot pulse of venom, but your body is able to push it out, and you're able to sustain yourself.
So I took 0 damage total from all that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Davis, 4. What would a 4 been?
It's the
4 would have
choking
been-
stuff, right?
Choking, yes. This is an area thing, so you can slide.
No, I can't because I don't have Hedonist Insight.
Oh, right. Okay. So, you are enveloped in a gas cloud. You are choking and stuff. Unable to cast or concentrate.
It's okay. I don't really concentrate that much. I mean, I would, but I won't.
Yep. Calisaur. Let's see. What was this going to be? This is a different one. What's 5? 5, 5, 5. 5 is... Oh, no! The rock grubs! Or like the other...
Beard.
Yeah, so another ones of them start just like chucking, like you, and Cal, you'll see this because you're observant. They start like moving their hands like they're throwing something underhand, and they're literally throwing like little bits that seem to be coming off of their bodies, and they start wiggling and squirming, and they turn into those worms, and they start landing on your skin and start burrowing. And you are covered in 4, 6, 8 of these worms.
Okay.
And then Rock and Yarsi. Rock would have been in range at the start of that. So I forgot to do it. A 1. Rock, you take... Or... Let's see, does it hit you? Misses. Natural 1. No acid damage for you. And Yarsi would have been out of the way. Okay, so now on their turn, the ones that you killed start coming back. And I need all of you again to give me wisdom saving throws as they start cackling in a new...
So, DM, does my visor protect me here? I forgot to ask earlier. Because it's hearing as well, right? Immune to certain effects and impact based on sight and sound.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm immune?
You're immune to it.
Yeah, although I fucked up and missed a turn because I didn't bring it up earlier.
Do our cackling hyenas
They have to
offset
save.
their laughing at all?
I wish so, but no. I'm sorry.
It's like
at
destructive
advantage,
interference.
You know, like it's
Yeah.
they're battling laughs.
I get it, but it's just it's 2 hyenas and a cackling Calisaur versus dozens and dozens of pygmies.
You said Constitution
Wisdom
or
save.
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Okay.
So, okay. Grant, your 15 is fine. Marb, you're fine. Yarsi, you are stunned.
No, that 15 was some other save. Well, that was my. Yeah, no, I rolled a 6 total.
Okay, you're re-stunned, essentially. Doesn't matter. Al, you're fine. But Al, you continue to be unable to cast spells, but you're still stunned.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Because I failed the last save, so I'm just
Yeah.
still okay.
You're still stunned, but it's if you do break it, then you're still unable to cast spells. And everyone else is okay. Pygmies 15s. These guys start closing in. You guys have really withered these guys down.
Things keep coming back. These are.
They look like spectral forms of these things. I'll you can give me like some sort of checks if you wish to on your turns to try to figure out what these are. Yeah. All right. New round of shit. All right. Let's see.
I'm trying to be a hippie.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So the ones that are in the back line, so that'd be basically 2 of them. They're gonna throw stuff at the hyenas. One is an acid. 3 misses, and the other one is an acid again. 19 hits. Hyena 2 takes 6 points of acid damage.
Okay.
All right, and then the ones up front, well, hyenas are the things in their way, so 16 to hit the hyena?
Yep.
All right, so 1 hyena definitely gets hit, and 17. So both hyenas get hit. Number 1 will take 3, 4, 5, 8 points of piercing damage. Number 2 will take 1, 2, that's 5, 18, 8, 9, 12, 13, 17 points of piercing damage on number 2.
Okay. It's gone.
All right, number 2 gets swarmed and hacked to bits, and instead of like it falling to chunks, it just swirls and poof, the green silver energy dissipates. Davis.
So just to get this mechanical thing out of the way first, so I'm reading Conjure Animals, and I wouldn't necessarily know this, but I want to Spotter's Order the hyena. He is an ally.
Yes. Yeah.
But does he understand me when I'm like, go fucking crazy, dude, smack that, or like, bite that motherfucker over there?
Animal handling check. Let's just do that.
Sure. All right. 15.
Yes, it understands you.
I think Davis should just bark at it.
Yeah, exactly. Just like bark at it, go bark, 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 arr, and just like make it like mime the action to it.
Yeah, Kalsar, go ahead and roll me an attack roll for your hyena.
I'm hoping it chains off, baby. Let's go.
It's a reaction, so it can't bonus action. Chomp.
Oh
Yes,
shit,
it hit.
that's right.
It does hit.
That's true, and it even says on its turn as part of the rampage, so never mind.
Yeah, it listens and it just looks back, and then just in the motion of like swinging its large head back, it just cleaves or just chomps one of the heads off of these pygmies and starts shaking it and throws the body about 10 feet. Wow. All right,
so that was just my bonus action. I guess I would know that there's no way that I can like wake Grant from his stupor, right?
You were stunned because we forgot about the helmet, so you know that this is like they need to push themselves through it.
Okay, so I will like just kind of step through his space up to here.
Okay.
Do these things look like the bugs that we fought in the sewers? Like, do I know if like step?
No, I'm just,
okay.
No, I'm just using them as an example. They look like weird, like they have like the same flesh, kind of like these pygmies, and they just have barbs and hooks and dripping. It's like dripping this greenish, bright, like neon green venom from all around its body.
I'm still gonna ignore them though. I'm gonna swing on the pygmy. First attack. That's a 14 to hit.
Hits, yes.
That'll be. I didn't do Greater Weapon Master, but that's okay. That'll be 14 damage. Pop. So this guy's probably still in my reach, the one above me?
Yeah, I would assume so. Like, draw real quick.
Oh, I mean, it looks like there's only one me between us, so
Yeah. But yeah, you're good. All these guys are in range.
Okay, I'll just do the one directly north.
Okay.
Normal attack, 18 to hit, sorry.
That hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's 11 damage.
Okay.
Poppity pop. So that was action, bonus action. I'll stay right here, actually.
All right.
Hold on, wait. I will actually back up here. I know it's going to do an opportunity attack with this.
It hits, but you probably wanted it to. It deals. 20
17 is AC, right?
Yeah, so 20 to hit. Deals 1 point of piercing damage.
Yes, perfect.
Con save.
Con save for what? It's the poison, right?
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, so as it like lunges and it hits your flames, they flare up and it just
15 damage.
Yeah, it travels down like the wiggling mass of this like barbed worm essentially, and it just ignites and pops.
Yep, that's my turn.
And then you manage to save. All right. So now pygmies, centipedes will go on in there. So centipede will chomp at you, Davis. It will hit. It will do another 1 point of damage.
And it will
con
die.
Save. Yep. Same.
Con save. 12.
You save.
Yes. Okay.
Then these guys will start swarming.
Bring it out. Actually, well, so I'll attack the first one to come in. That's
Sure,
why I backed
go
off.
for it. Yeah. All right, I'll do the ones against Grant.
Oh,
first.
natural 20 actually. So I'm pretty sure it's just dead.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Grant, 22 to hit. That should hit, right? You take 5 points of piercing damage. Reduce it as appropriate. And then Davis, 1, 2, 3. One misses even with advantage because they're swarming. One hits you.
Okay.
For 18, and it does 3 points to your shield.
It takes 50.
Flap. And then this one will throw something. Let's see what it throws. Oh no, rock grubs again. It'll shatter it right between you and Grant. So let's see how many rock grubs get on you guys. Davis, you get 9 rock grubs.
Jesus.
And then Grant, you get 4 rock grubs.
Is this the skin burrowing shit?
Yes.
So even though I'm like kind of wreathed in flame, how does that work?
Once they start biting you, they'll ignite.
Okay.
So you don't know that, but
That's true. I don't.
Yeah. So
I mean, I might be able to kind of figure it out, but anyway.
Yeah, they're like sitting on your skin, and you see them that they're starting to squirm and try to look for openings. But now you're wearing that new, the hex plate armor. They're having a hard time, so they're scuttling around. Grant, there's a few of them. Most of them just kind of fell off of you and start just like kind of like wiggling and dying on the ground. But a few managed to latch on. Grant, save time, wisdom save.
Duh.
And then Al, you're up next on a wisdom save.
No.
Yeah, how are you not making these? Wait.
It's a 12 DC, right?
Aren't you supposed to be proficient in wisdom save?
Oh yeah, you're proficient in wisdom saves. What the heck?
Yeah.
14 total. I mean, the previous one, like 2s and 3s that are.
Yeah, so you managed to shake it off, and as you do, you feel a couple of those worms wiggling about you, but that's the end of your turn. And they start burrowing and biting at you. Unfortunate turn order. You take, because they ignore your armor reduction because they're on you. So you take 6 points of piercing damage as they're like beyond your armor and start biting into you. As you take consciousness. All right, Al, saving throw, wisdom.
Ooh yeah.
Oh yeah. And that's the end of your turn, though, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
All right, Calisor. You have, I think, what I said, like 8 worms on you.
I thought you said 6, but it may have been 8.
I had 9, so.
I'll start taking because I'm still got that torch, the green one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'll start using it because I know it worked in the past to get those off of me.
All right. Go ahead and roll me. If you said 6, go ahead and roll me a D10. Let's see how many you get off. Because you guys, you're used to this by now. Yeah, you managed to get whatever ones are on you. You're just like, and they start sizzling and popping and dying. So that was
You
your
take
action.
23
Anything?
fire damage.
Anything with
Yeah.
your bonus
I'm
action?
just kidding.
That was my action.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I use my torch as a bonus action to get some off of Grant?
No, it's an action to help somebody as well.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Then I'll probably just go ahead and step back a little more.
Okay, this one little
Into
guy's
here.
gonna swing and miss you.
Okay.
All right.
Yep, that's my turn, and then I'll
Hyena's
have
turn.
Hyena attack
Reaction.
this guy right there.
Hits. Kills it. Go ahead and trigger rampage. Yeah, just don't even bother. Blah, blah. The hyena's having a feast
Snacks.
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and move him like right here, and just have him
Okay.
keep laughing, trying to like
Okay.
get the spectral ones to pay attention to him.
Gotcha. All right, Rock. As you're screaming for daylight, what would you like to do?
Okay. Well. I'm just gonna continue to push this thing forward.
Okay.
Do I need to like make a dex save, see if I can step out of the way?
No, you're fine. It's not that big. I'm just kind of,
Okay. So is it like suspended above me kind of right now then?
It's still low enough. No, it's like.
Okay, so it's only like a foot or two off the ground or something.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like, where the center of it would kind of be at, like, Davis, your hip.
Gotcha.
You know? So, Rock, you're pushing it. Are you action pushing it or just regular?
Still on a track of some sort, or is it just floating freely?
It's on, as you don't know, but you've been pushing it on a guide rail, essentially like a track, remember? Yeah. And then, Rock, as you go to push it, it comes to a T. Where would you like to go?
So left or right, basically?
Basically, yeah.
Trick question.
Best way to do it is to flip for it. Flip a coin.
Left? Okay, so you managed to start pushing it this way as it kind of following the track. I believe that's your movement. And these creatures start to just get kind of, they're shifting out of the way. There you go, making space for it.
They're like, yes, do it.
All right, anything else?
And then
Yeah.
I'll just firebolt the pygmy next to Davis.
Gotcha, go for it.
That is a 9 plus.
That'll hit. With your bonus, that'll hit.
Okay.
2d10, fire damage. Marb, you're on deck.
I think most of us would have to roll like a 3 or less to not hit.
Damage is 11.
Bap. All right.
And again, I'm just gonna be like, daylight, anyone, I can't, but I don't think things will like it.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that was my action, just my movement, right? Is to dash. Is dash an action or a bonus action?
That is an action.
Okay, I'll stay around.
Okay. All right, Marb, your turn. Yarcy on deck.
I'm gonna do the classic 1-2 combo on the 2 remaining pygmies. 17 to hit.
That hits.
And we'll do this one. Oh, 15 damage.
That just, as it's like crawling up on Grant's back, trying to get in position to rake at the back of his neck, you just pin it off and he goes flying like 10 feet again. That one hits again.
And,
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. 12 damage.
As these two are climbing on your dazed friend, you just start picking him off with good shots. Mark off your arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else?
No. I'll move close to Grant.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it.
All right, Yarcy, wisdom save. You managed to shake off the stun.
What do I have available?
It's at the end of your turn.
You get your
I'm done
reaction
then.
back.
You get your reaction back, yeah. All right,
Yay!
you guys keep killing just enough of them in a turn that triggers the cacophony effect. So everybody, wisdom save one more time.
Except for me.
Yeah, Davis, you're fine. Yarcy, you're good.
Rock, this is a really cool helmet. Thanks.
Al, Calasor, you are stunned again. Stunned is incapacitated, right?
So is Al, so is Mark.
Goodbye, Hyena. Marb is stunned as well? Yes, Marb is stunned again.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time I'm
I got
stunned.
this, guys. Don't worry.
I raise my hand
and
to cast a
then-
spell and just fall over instead.
Rock, wisdom save if you would be so kind.
Have your friend roll a 20, please. That'd be great.
Alright, Artia, wisdom saving throw.
I don't think I save.
What is it?
10.
No, yeah, Rock, as you're pushing this saying, I need daylight, I don't have... The screaming and the screeching and the yelling gets to you, and it's like... Alright, there are no more physical forms, so all these guys are just gonna start... Alright, I need everybody, if you're stunned, you automatically fail. I need everybody that is not stunned, Davis, your helmet does not protect you from this, to roll me a intelligence saving throw.
Oh, great. My fucking worst.
Davis proves them wrong. Get that
14?
20.
You save.
Yeah!
Non-stun people? Is that what you said?
If you're stunned, you auto fail.
13.
So it's just me and Yersi. Oh, no, you're stunned, I thought. Oh, no, you're not stunned.
I'm unstunned now. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
just-
stunned.
You still have the thing on you, is why it's confusing. Take
Yeah,
your little
I got
marker again.
Yarcy is fine, Grant, you're fine, and that. So if you're stunned, you take all of this. If you're not stunned, you take a portion of this. Oh shit, I gotta see how many groups are dead. 1, 2...
By
Sorry.
portion, you mean 1 point?
No. 1, 2,
That's the
4.
portion I choose, though. I don't want too much.
Alright, so there's a group. You basically killed the entire thing, so this is 5 times what it should be. So it is...
Too bad
Okay.
Armor of Agathis doesn't work except for melee attacks within 5 feet.
But I mean, it still goes through it first.
No, I know, yeah. So I still get the bonus
Yeah.
HP, or temp HP,
Yeah.
but it's gonna fizzle probably.
Sweet. Alright, there was 4 groups total. Since they're all dead, it would be that times 4. So 4, 16.
The hell?
When he says multiply.
I didn't. That was the part that I didn't
So the
like.
stunned people take 66 damage?
No, it's 1 too many groups. I did it. That's supposed to be
it's
less. Sorry.
12d6?
Yeah, 12d6. Sorry. 35. All right, stunned people, you take 35 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
People that were not affected, you take half.
So 17.
That's not the portion I want.
I'm sorry. It's the mechanic. You have so many of them dead. It's like it's amplifying each other.
What's the little wispy thing that is on my token? Is that stun?
Yes, you are stunned, so you autofill. Yeah.
So it's 17, right?
Yes,
17,
for
yes.
the
So
for us
if
3.
you...
That's my temporary hit points. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I lost a couple of actual hit points, but that was mostly temporary hit
Alright.
points.
All right, Davis. As this
My armor goes poof. Wah.
droning, incessant sound is just... What would you like to do?
Fuck. Rock seems to be really intent on pushing this thing in. Like, quick glance. Could I
fallen unconscious.
say what?
Oh no.
Oh,
Ow,
you did?
ow.
Oh, then that changes things a little bit. I'll go ahead and start bonus action. I'll give you 3 dice of moment of courage. So you can spend up to 3 hit dice. And I will... And it's with your con mod on all of them. If you... And then I will roll, once I mark off my merit die, I will roll 3d8 for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, good rolls. 18 hit points plus whatever your hit die and
Ooh.
such are.
Awesome.
So that's my bonus.
All right, let's make Al exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
1.
Still prone though, but that's right.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just gonna come over here and push this thing as far as I can down whatever track it's going on, and I know I'm probably gonna get swung out a bunch on the way, but.
No, Davis, as you walk through these things, you just walk through them.
Oh shit!
Like you're
Nice.
rushing through, thinking that you would barrel through them. You just.
Okay.
through.
Yeah, I'm gonna put however far I can push this down whatever track it's on.
Are
I'll push.
you dashing or?
Well, let me see how far it goes first.
All right, so you move
without
10
a
feet,
dash.
so you got 20 feet. So it kind of here, basically.
So where does it seem to be going to? Does it seem to be going towards like the door?
It seems to be lining up somewhere like around the door. Yeah.
If I get a dash, I'll finish. I'll use the rest of my 30 feet of movement to push it as far as I can.
All right, so you can get it to where it's lined up with the door.
Oh, okay.
Or you can continue on the track if you wish.
Well, is there a track going to the door? Can I even see at this point?
So you go ahead and give me. This would be an investigation check. Oh no, depending.
Am I gonna do like a disadvantage or something maybe, since it's like a casual thing or something?
Yeah.
Okay, investigation disadvantage.
Yes, as you're looking up, trying to see where this track is going, because there's rods and beams everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but there's
It's a 5. 6 minus 1.
Know, but you know that you can continue pushing this thing, and it seems to keep going around the room in different places.
I'd rather try and see if it'll go towards the door.
Okay, so this is...
Because if nothing else, that seems to be like central.
Okay, so this is the most to the door you can get it, because once you start pushing it, it'll start moving like this. So.
Okay, fair enough. This is fine.
Okay.
So that's it. That's my turn.
All right, so as you guys see, or some of you see, some of these entities are starting to fade away. As it seems time is a thing, though, they still get to do this. So now, anyone that's stunned, you auto-fail. And anyone that is not stunned, you can roll me
Auto-fail club.
a wisdom saving throw. So
Al is not stunned anymore, though. Hey!
Yeah.
It's a wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
For everybody? Or just the stunned?
Yes. Everybody, the stunned auto-fail.
Gotcha.
The ones that are not stunned, go ahead and roll.
Ooh, 7.
Wisdom or int?
Intel, sorry, I said wisdom. It's int. Sorry.
Oh, that's even worse then.
Yarsi, you would still pass. You're fine.
Oh, 20, yeah.
Yeah. Al, you fail.
I'm going to lucky this one.
You still fail.
I had 24 HP.
Oh god. All right, so Al gets up and then
oh no, the exhaustion is so real.
And then it just starts. Your head just starts pounding, and then you just feel your nose and your ears start to bleed, and you are unconscious once more.
So I take a full 24, you think?
Yeah, Davis
Gotcha.
24, Rock 24, Grant's intelligence save. I don't see it. 2. You take 24. Yarsi, you take 11.
12.
Yeah, sorry, 12. Yeah. Sorry. And then everyone else that's stunned, you take 24. Numbers are hard, but you are seeing Davis as you're pushing these, and Grant as you're kind of conscious.
Wait, you said 24 or?
24 points, of psychic damage.
Okay, I'm dead. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, you're unconscious. Let's
Unconscious.
Unconscious.
Don't worry, I'll finish you off.
Spirit Guardians, protect nobody but me. And you just sweep through all of us.
Oh no, I think I put the double math.
That's okay, go ahead and there we go. Yeah, nice. So as you see it, like Davis, as you're pushing this and you kind of look back and you hear the cackling, you see Al and Marb both fall before you. Grant, your turn.
I will cast Daylight finally.
Sweet, where are you casting it?
Centered, I will use the door itself as the source of daylight.
Like this door? Or there?
Yep, 60 feet in all directions get illuminated with daylight.
Alright, I have a light source, give me a second. I should.
Yeah, it should get everything.
Alright, I'm gonna do this. Hopefully this will work. Come on. No, work with me, game.
Oh, wait, yeah, I was wondering why you couldn't cast this yet, because you've been stunned.
Yeah. Why is it not... it's not dropping my little... Give me a second.
Adam, can I cast Counterspell on his daylight?
I mean, if you want to.
next round.
I'm not gonna stop you.
I have no spell slots available other than can't do it.
Gotcha. All right. Oh, they completely changed the UI. How much is it? You said it's 60 feet
60.
diameter or radius?
Radius of 60.
All right, so 120.
Something like that.
There you go. I got you. I got a little token on the map that you guys can't see, but it should
Not
make
even
it
big
to
enough.
you.
No, it's not big enough. Yeah, it's even bigger.
Can you guys see the yellow aura or no?
Barely.
No.
I think I barely can. Is it
Hmm,
centered around here somewhere?
on the door? It should be very obvious.
Oh, no. Then
No, then no.
All right, see. There you go. They changed the.
Oh,
there you
wow,
go.
yes.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
there you go.
I mean, the whole thing is...
The whole thing is yellow. Yeah.
You don't know.
The entire
Sorry.
room is just fast with daylight, and it's like conflicting now. As Grant, as you look up for like a little bit of inspiration, you see that that star essentially above you of that teal blue. Your daylight is now battling it for light supremacy.
So what does the artillery look like now?
Davis on.
Is it just so fucking blinding? It's insane.
It's blinding, but because the source is here and it's traveling through the artillery, through that behind you, it is white hot light. It is just
Oh wow. Like, am I getting damaged?
not damaged, but
Okay.
like you would imagine like it would not be.
Yeah, not pleasant to be here.
Yes, exactly.
Probably gonna get radiation poisoning.
Yes. I'm getting skin cancer right now. Is basically what we're saying.
Just cast one little lesser restoration to cure all cancers. It's fine.
Are you moving anywhere, Grant?
No. Oh wait. Which guys? All three guys behind me are stunned, or who is stunned?
Well,
Not
two are
Darcy.
not unconscious.
You are unconscious.
Yeah. Then I will stay next to them for now.
Mhm.
Guard their lifeless bodies.
Alright.
or
So at
their
the
unconscious bodies.
So as you release the daylight and you step forward to kind of protect your friends, you start just hearing the and essentially pop. All these guys are disasperated.
I loot Marb now.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
You don't know, but I have a secret skill that every time anyone touches one of my pockets, he gets stabbed for every knife in my inventory.
Power word kill.
You've triggered my trap card.
Barb is
Adam,
dangerous.
did that them disappearing? Did the stun leave me?
Not yet. It needs to go to your turn. So, Al, death save.
What is that again?
Oh, I
This
get
is
to roll
D20.
death save. I forgot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No modifiers.
Yeah, I do it. Don't worry. I got you. And I will whisper you the result.
Oh.
All right. Calisor, you can try to shake off the stun.
That was wisdom, correct?
Yes, wisdom 13. You're good. You managed to shake it off. That is your turn. You managed to burn off the grubs. Oh, that reminds me, Grant. Grubs were biting you. 1, 3, 7, 14, 9 points of piercing damage. And then you kind of go to swipe at them and you realize that the sun is doing the same effect and they burn away.
I would have taken damage too then. I had 9 grubs on me. And I didn't have my armor of Agathis at the time.
Yeah, right. Okay, so 4, 8, 10, 13, 17, 20, 22, 23 points of piercing damage.
Wow. I almost didn't make it to the artillery as a result.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm down to 12, but...
Yeah. Alright, Rock, wisdom save.
Whoop whoop. This is the one. 14 total.
You shake it off.
Yay.
End of your turn. And as you come to, this room is bright.
It's the thing you always asked for.
Marb, I'm gonna roll a death save for you.
Marb's dead.
But no, I gotta see. He's got an item though. I gotta remember what the ring did. There's something
Yep.
special.
I'm literally reading that too.
Yeah.
I think it just gives me one more.
And then if I fail it, you get advantage on the next one. Okay, got it. So yeah.
Nice.
All right, Marb. All right, Yarcy, you have a couple acquaintances.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but with the materia warlock, when I do my spare the dying, they also get life. Correct?
Once per long rest, yes.
Okay. I will quickly glance at Marb and Al to see which one looks like they're worse. I don't have no idea, probably, but
Yeah, they both look like they are bleeding out and in serious trauma. Like there is blood coming from their eyes, like Marb's beak, Al's nostrils. You know, Marb's
Okay.
heel roll. Yeah, they look bad.
okay. Bird people unite. I will spare the dying on Marb.
All right, go ahead and roll how much he heals.
We attract so many
unite.
racists.
I'm not seeing it on the character sheet, so.
Oh, let me look at the document for you then.
The Venn diagram between arsonist and racist is a little. than we
It's a
expected.
circle, single circle.
Mhm.
Yeah. Warlock, Undying. All right, materia. It should be. Let's see. So, begin. Sorry, guys, I gotta read this real quick. They heal for D8 plus your Warlock level. So, Marb, you are starting to feel life slipping away, and then Yarcy weaves his hands, and as you're in a lifeless state, Marb, you feel silver threads kind of wrapping around you, and they pull you to sit up, and you breathe, and you get 10 hit points back. You're still prone.
And it's bright as fuck in here now.
Yeah, it's bright.
And I will make my way to Al.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. Go ahead and move yourself. There are no pygmies. There are no that. Is everybody okay? No one else is stunned, so we're just keeping turn order. It's just a token, so I would have him. Davis, as the light is traveling through, so the light is being around the armillary. It's being deflected and refracted all over. But since the source is the doorway, the most of the light is coming through and shooting behind. Excuse me, behind you.
Gotcha.
You do see. Well, I mean, I don't know what you want to do. Like you're not. You're.
I'll just
feeling
tell you.
heat.
You can stop.
Yeah.
I'm literally just gonna kick this thing as hard as I can towards the door, and then run over towards Al, or as close as I can to Al, and then do the same thing I did last time.
So as you kick it, go ahead and roll me a d20. We're gonna see if it goes along the track, stays on the track, or starts coming back down this part of the track.
Fair enough. D20 roll 3.
3. It starts coming back down this way on the track.
Yeah,
Not all the way.
I'm ignoring it. Whatever. Fuck that thing.
Yeah.
However far I get, and then I will give Al 3 more hit dice.
Okay, Al, you can spend.
Spend up to 3 more, and you will get less good rolls, 10 on top of it.
Okay.
Oh. Oh. Wait, you rolled last time, right?
You roll your hit die to heal though.
Yeah. Did you not add what I gave you last? I rolled really well last time. I had 18.
Oh, Al should be down then.
What?
Okay. All right, we'll retcon it. It was a mistake. So Al, you are not down. You
So I'll roll that right
had
now?
24. So yeah, so you were at 24.
That was such
Plus
a high
the
number.
18.
I thought it was 3d8. See?
So
Wow,
Davis,
so-
do you want to heal him or do you want to retract?
Well,
what
if
you're
it's
doing?
not, if he's not down, then
Yeah, he's not down. Yeah.
then no, I'll come back here. So, tell me what you were gonna tell me. You were saying about the light shining through.
Okay, so real quick, let me make sure I get Al's right. So Al, you were up to 24 from that plus whatever the 18. So you would have been at whatever.
Well,
that
you died
number is.
exactly, so you'd be at 18 right now.
Yeah, so you would still be
Oh,
at 18.
So this 17 is my 3d8. I never rolled 3d8 because I thought David
Oh,
did.
okay.
Oh no, I didn't roll your hit
Yeah,
dice.
you
I rolled
Yeah,
my 3d8.
Gotcha. So you're at 17
Yeah.
hit points then. That's where you're
Gotcha.
sitting.
That really
so-
sucks.
We'll say you stood up and there you go. Okay, cool. So Davis, yeah, so you're here. The light is shining through. It's being amplified in all directions from where the armillary is, but is definitely like traveling through directly. The back of you is
Yeah, I'm gonna
obnoxiously bright.
get around to the side and start dragging it along. I'll just push it towards the door. I'll be like, hey, Brock, is this where it's supposed to go?
This is the thing. Like you can't move it like this. It'll only allow you to kind of start
Oh.
moving it up the track like this.
Fine, yeah, whatever. As far
Alright,
as I
so-
can towards that pile of dead trolls, I guess.
So when you get here, there's another T essentially. Do you want to go this way or right or left again?
Let's do a d20 11 or plus. We'll go right. And 10 or below, we'll go right. 1, so we'll go back this to the left.
All right, so you start doing that. It starts looping back like that, and that's probably all your
Yep.
movement.
Sure. Like, Rock, where do I take this?
All right, since no one is currently dying and there are no more pygmies, we'll go ahead and drop turn order. You guys are free to move as you wish, and what we'll do here is we're going to go ahead and take a...
Before we take a break,
hmm?
can I yell at Davis and tell him to quit moving the thing around?
Sure.
Okay.
Davis, stop moving it. We don't want to activate anything before we get a chance to
Oh, okay. Good idea.
heal up.
Okay.
Good idea.
So...
I'll get up and cast.
Actually, real quick,
Cure
since it
Wounds
was
on
my turn before
myself.
we dropped, I will heal myself as my bonus
Okay.
action.
Yeah.
All right, Marv, go ahead and heal yourselves.
Healing
Cool.
2d6 plus.
Oh, that's your false life, ERC? Gotcha. So false life is not that one. Which one did we say was your false life symbol? Oh, the heart. There it is.
Yeah, it's a heart.
Are we taking a break or are we all healing ourselves? Because I need
Healing. Go ahead and heal, and then
We're doing
we'll-
both.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we get all the rolls done. And
Adam, I'm going to go ahead and expend a charge on my rod, so I get a spell slot back.
no, you can't because you didn't get that charge back from your rest. It hasn't been done yet.
I did it before.
Huh?
I haven't used my weapon.
Yeah, you did. You said you used it in a session before. I thought. Am I mistaken?
If I did, I don't remember it, so I'll make sure I mark it off then.
I might have been. I will say maybe I'm remembering when you guys were resting downstairs. I'll allow it. It's fine. I might be running sessions together. So I trust you. Go ahead. You can get a spell slot back.
Well, in that case, I go ahead and got this, and I got that.
Yeah. No. It's genuine. Okay, nice. So y'all are healing. Yeah, Yarsi, you take your rod and you focus for a moment, and you feel some of your magic bestowed upon you from your.
Whoa. Put your rod away, ERC.
Hey, you mind your business when I'm focusing on my rod.
I don't know what you're charging up and getting back. Like, what?
And so as Davis is pushing this, and Calsor calls out to wait, we might trigger something. Calsor, you instinctively look up, and there are still multiple chandeliers suspended in different various heights and distances away from you guys.
And very brightly lit
poles.
now.
Very brightly lit. Like it is a battle between the light being shine from the eerie teal and the now vibrant daylight that is affixed to the frame of the door. And that's where we'll take a break.